The haunted artifact. Mark had always been fascinated by the supernatural. He spent countless hours researching haunted objects and mysterious occurrences. One day, while browsing through a local antique shop, he stumbled upon a peculiar artifact that immediately caught his attention. The artifact was an old, ornate mirror that seemed to emanate an eerie energy. The glass was slightly warped, giving off a distorted reflection of the world around it. The frame was adorned with intricate carvings of twisted faces and gnarled branches, giving the mirror a sinister appearance. Mark couldn't resist the pull of the haunted artifact and decided to purchase it, despite the warnings of the shopkeeper. As soon as he brought the mirror home and hung it on his wall, strange things began to happen. At first it was subtle. Mark would catch glimpses of movement in the reflection that didn't correspond to anything in the room. Shadows seemed to dance along the edges of the glass, whispering faintly in the darkness. Mark brushed it off as his imagination running wild, but deep down he knew there was something truly sinister at play. As the days passed, the mirror's influence grew stronger. Mark started to see apparitions in the reflection, twisted, contorted figures that seemed to beckon him closer. The whispers grew louder, filling his mind with a sense of dread and unease. One night, as Mark lay in bed, he heard a soft, melodic voice calling his name. He opened his eyes to see a ghostly figure standing beside the mirror, its eyes hollow and filled with malice. It reached out a hand towards him, its fingers elongated and skeletal. Terrified, Mark tried to scream, but no sound came out. The ghostly figure smiled, revealing rows of sharp, pointed teeth. It whispered in a voice that seemed to come from the depths of hell itself. "Join us, Mark. Join us in eternal darkness." With a surge of adrenaline, Mark tore his gaze away from the mirror and fled from his room, the ghost's laughter echoing in his ears. He knew then that he had unleashed something beyond his understanding, something malevolent and hungry for his soul. Desperate for help, Mark sought out a paranormal investigator who specialized in haunted artifacts. The investigator arrived at Mark's house and immediately sensed the dark presence emanating from the mirror. Together they attempted to perform a cleansing ritual, but the mirror fought back, its twisted energies lashing out at them with a ferocity that made their blood run cold. The investigator's face contorted in fear as he realized the true power of the artifact they were dealing with. In a last-ditch effort to banish the ghostly presence, the investigator smashed the mirror with a silver hammer, shattering it into 1,000 pieces. As the glass shattered, a deafening wail filled the room, causing the walls to tremble and shake. When the dust settled, the ghostly apparitions were gone, and a sense of peace descended upon the room. Mark and the investigator exchanged a solemn look, knowing that they had narrowly escaped a fate worse than death. As he gazed at the shattered remnants of the mirror, he couldn't help but wonder if the ghostly presence still lingered, waiting for its next victim to unleash its wrath upon.